and I saw Brock Purdy throw one of the worst passes I've ever seen. Mike White style, right? Injured Mike White style. Baker Mayfield style. He threw a pass that sailed over his receiver right to the... I wasn't intercepted, but it was an awful pass. And I was like... I thought to myself, and I saw Ben tweet about it after, and he was like, I underestimated Brock Purdy playing on the road. This game might be closer than I thought. And Purdy settled down. He settled down. There were some great plays in that game. There's a lot of talent around him. But, like...
He doesn't need to win this game. He just needs to not lose this game.
The position that matters is quarterback. I don't agree with that. Every quarterback wins every game. There's no fucking Trent Dilfer game management shit. Every quarterback wins every game. Every quarterback deserves the credit for winning those
the games.
Sure.
Quarterback record is not a meaningful stat.
It is. Brock Purdy will have to make some plays at some point, and he probably will be capable of it. But until that happens, I will not be convinced. It is again, if this was the 49ers, if this is Jimmy G, if this was obviously one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Patrick Mahomes, people like that, it'd be different.
Well, yeah, if you had Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs defense and the 49ers defense, yeah, I think that would be a little different. I agree.
It is the only question that the Niners have.
The Seahawks aren't going to score more than 14 points in this game.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
They scored 13 points on offense in the 2 games combined. Why is that a hot take?
They're scoring 20-plus points.
25% chance of victory.
You're so dumb. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're right. I'm getting much more optimistic than FPI is.
40% chance of victory in this game.
You boldly predicted
You're
one
acting
thing about
like they're
Cliff Kingsbury.
TCU. Like, the Seahawks...
No, the Vikings are TCU in this scenario. Let's be clear.
Colors are kind of the same.
I know, right? Quarterbacks here. I don't know.
Kirk Duggins. But I'm sorry, but like this game is going to be close. You know that it's going to be close. It's going to come down to some fucking bullshit at the end of the game. Have you not seen the Seahawks play football? Don't think Russell Wilson. Don't think Geno Smith. Think Seattle Seahawks. Think Pete Carroll. This defense is looking good. I don't think
Russell Wilson or Geno Smith because every game the Seahawks play is exactly the same.
Exactly.
The Russell Wilson
That's what I'm telling
but
you.
Yes, they lose these games. They keep it sort of close, and then you're able to say, like, Bill Simmons had a thing back in the day about like his friend and roommate used to always say, I almost had you at that third down and Tecmo Bowl, and then he would always lose the game. And that to me is kind of a Pete Carroll thing.
Okay, well,
Obviously Pete Carroll wins
Super Bowl.
a tremendous number of games.
I'm sorry, but like, what are you talking about?
Like, there's no glory in losing by 8 points instead of 15.
There's not glory in losing by 8 points instead of 15, but if we're talking about an 8-point game where one mistake makes an issue, look, Geno's made some, obviously. But we're still fucking talking about Brock Purdy.
Geno's made a lot of them, as it turns out.
I revised to 60% chance. Seahawks are winning this game. I'm sorry, but the Seahawks are winning the game. You can feel it. You know you could feel it.
I mean,
also,
by the way,
there's one team who's tight as hell, and there's one team who's playing football, and that is the Seahawks.
I don't know that I would describe the 49ers that way.
You wouldn't?
They don't have to worry about it because guess what? They've already been to a Super Bowl in the last 5 years and to an NFC Championship game last year.
And then they lost again, and then they lost again because that's what the 49ers do.
This is like a very college football argument. You're like citing long-term history.
Well, it's all the same fucking dude. I mean, we could go back to Jim Harbaugh losing in the Super Bowl, but they play really close games, and then they lose. They lost to trash Matthew Stafford last year. Do you not remember that? There's a quarterback in the NFL who's worse than Geno Smith, and his name is Matthew Stafford. And he beat the San Francisco 49ers a year ago. You don't remember this?
He just needs that Lions offensive line.
How dare you with the Lions offensive line? They're good. This is a team that they are. This is going to be a close game. Brock Purdy is not.
Close game, but that doesn't mean the Seahawks are going to win it.
It is going to be like 4 points, one way or the other. It's going to be tight as hell. Our stomachs are going to be. They're going to be feeling horrible. We are going to have the most miserable time watching this playoff game.
I mean, I'm not really because I have zero expectations for it. And
you know who else has zero expectations for it? It's the fucking Seahawks too. This matters. The Niners think they're winning the Super Bowl this year. The Seahawks don't. We're living on borrowed time. Give us the 5th pick in the draft.
The Seahawks do think they're winning the Super Bowl this year. I don't know if you've met Pete Carroll again.
We are playing football, and the Niners are tight as hell.
The other thing about life comes at you fast in the NFL is we used to feel like the Seahawks had a schematic advantage over the 49ers, that like whether it was Jimmy G or whatever it was, the Seahawks kind of owned the Niners.
No, it was always about Jimmy G
game.
would make a terrible mistake at the wrong time. And you're telling me that you're more confident in Brock Purdy.
I'm
just
telling you that
the
Jimmy
amount
G
of
didn't make a mistake at the wrong time in week 2 because his team was up 28-0.
I think this team can pass block better too. Give me Charles Cross against Nick Bosa. Give me Ken Walker against this line. The Seahawks are also going to run for 100 yards in this game.
You're just like progressively making polar predictions.
And I told you straight up, Godwin and BK. He is taking a kickback.
I mean, if he does that changes the tenor of the game. I agree with that.
He's so close. He is so
He's
close.
been very close to breaking them.
I really feel it. I also felt a TCU victory on Monday. I will say.
Now you're admitting this.
I'm giving the all takes, Tristan, but I feel like we're winning this game. Anyway, I'm sticking with 40%, but it's gonna be fun. Whatever. We're playing fucking playoff football. We're living on borrowed time. Who cares?
It's all gravy from here on out.
It's awesome. Geno Smith is playing in a fucking playoff game. Russell Wilson is not. That's it. That's all that matters. We get one more week of this, and if we could get a week after that, that'd be amazing. Literally, the only reason that winning matters is to play more football. That's all that we care about, is another week to care and to be excited. Let's fucking go. I can't wait.
On that note.
Whew.